We have an update on the early morning stabbing at Suburban Studios in Panama City. Panama City police say at 2:07 a.m., officers responded to a physical altercation at the Suburban Studios on Highway 98. On arrival, officials say they found a woman suffering from multiple stab wounds. She was transported to a local hospital and later pronounced dead. During the following investigation, police were able to identify 45-year-old Bahamian citizen Terrence Pinder as a suspect and took him into custody in the parking lot of Annabella's townhomes. Police say this was an isolated incident and there is no threat to the public at this time.